So
Just do it now.
I am passing out to you something that is going to make your eyeballs hurt.
Man,
You're like a.
so can you spare us for a minute? I would love it.
No,
She doesn't love us at all.
I'm scared.
You guys still work here?
Remington, I can't believe you would say that.
Mason said she doesn't love us that much, so then I had to make her do it.
Oh,
Jump Char's
Yeah.
supposed to be funny.
A little bit.
Yeah, last I was told Jump Char's supposed to be funny.
That's true.
But again, she gave us a worksheet.
Yeah, but she
I
never
really
really
think my son. Normally, give up. It's about 50 minutes.
listen, because in the real world, you don't have to do without doing that. So I never give you homework on Mondays. I had so much. So I finished all the stuff, so it's all due this morning, and I was like, yeah.
We're just going out to go. That's our goal. You still have to take that over.
I thought about doing Okay, before we get started, I want to just, give you a quick
I think I'm gonna get a seizure.
review.
Looks like swirls and
It looks like rain direction.
looks like wood grain.
Like that, it
It looks
feels.
like, I don't know if I would say wood grain.
Okay,
Maybe
Liz,
this one. But these don't look like
can you
this.
please be quiet?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Oh, I'm gonna say a naughty word. It's been that kind of a day.
Good job.
Okay, I just want to see the thing. Ooh, nice job, some people's.
I bet it was Alex. Alex probably didn't remember like last time. Is that true, Alex?
What?
Remember
What?
last time when we had one that was due in 2 weeks and you said, why are we going over it?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Okay, so I just want to show you real quick. Guess what? You can do this one. That's number one. Guess what? This is a review. You know about this. It gave you first and second derivative. You can answer that question. It's easy.
Why is 90?
Those are pure science questions. You can do that one. We've talked about it. Multiple ways to do that problem. This is a differential equation. Separate, integrate, and solve. You can do that one. This is very easy. I'm not going to say it. You know how to do it. This is read the thing, write the differential equation. And looks like you can solve it too. Differential equation. You know how to solve it. This one, differential equation. You know how to solve it.
6 differential equations.
And how about 7? There's another one. You know how to solve. That's 9. Oh, that's all it's it. That's
all
it.
it's it.
What else? And then same problem, not related to the differential equation, but so remember that on the AP test, they can give you one. It's called a question stem. They give you one, and they ask you all kinds of questions. Not necessarily are A and B related. So this would be like the B. Number 9 was the A. Number 10 is the B. Not related. Probably differential equation. Look at that, differential equation. So you know how to do all of these now.
12 is differential equation.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll start this on Wednesday.
You should be able to do it. So start it now.
Who did it?
No.
Who did it?
Okay.
Who did it?
So what I gave you,
Caleb. Avery.
Garrett.
Sorry.
Thanks for stealing everybody's homework time. Okay. So what I gave you is something called a slope field. Actually, 6 examples of slope fields.
These look like tangent.
So they're kind of scary looking. So I want you to see what they look like before I tell you how we make them. They're actually quite easy to make. They look like they would be intimidating, and I absolutely agree with that. So a lot of times we use slope fields for non-separable differential equations. So we've been dealing section 1, section 2, separable differential equations, because you can separate, then you can integrate and solve. Some equations are not separable, and so the only way to solve them is with something called the slope field. Okay, so put this away. We're going to talk about how do you make one, what do you do with it, and then we'll come back to this one. So these are very advanced. But I'm happy to tell you it's not difficult.
I'm sorry, did you say R? Or
R.
Okay.
The kinds of slope fields. I will never make you one that looks, make you make one that looks like that.
Yeah, because that would take me an hour just to draw it.
Right.
Can I talk to Aiden for like 2 quick seconds so I pass stuff out? Aiden, your brother was talking about how he has to work until 3 a.m. in success class. Is that true?
Yeah, it is every weekend.
That's horrible.
Friday and Saturday. Does he work? Burger King.
Burger King makes him work until 3 a.m.
Yeah,
How
he's
paid more,
dude, he's a closer.
I'm gonna go in at 2:45 and ask him to make
Anywhere
waffles.
from 30 Whoppers. There was one day they got an extra one right after school. Though,
Okay.
like 4:30.
So you had to work like the whole hour.
I ain't getting no shit.
Because this came up because Elijah was asking him, hey,
Okay.
he was watching a YouTube video. She's like, I don't have time for that. I work until 3 a.m.
So,
Elijah also
please be quiet.
So we're talking about making and using a slope field. So this is not going to be very notey. We're going to do most of it. It's just going to be practice.
I lost what I wanted to say. There's only one more section after this. Okay, we will be done with this material by the end of the week, and you will have a test next week. Okay, 100%. We will have a test next week. So
So many people in Gold Star Club. It's gonna be wonderful.
the deal with a slope field is, a slope field is essentially made up of
Oh, no way.
Okay.
I predicted that.
so slope field is made up of a bunch of little tangent lines.
That's 85%.
Yes.
10 and 5.
Miss Douglas, Maddie's not in the room.
Yep.
Still an A plus.
That's test.
Okay, so
This is gonna be hard.
That's gonna be so easy.
Still an
you guys, I need you to cut the sideline conversations, please, for me. I have to deal with it all the time in freshman classes, and I'm tired of telling you guys.
So let's take our slope field. We're going to probably do about 4 examples. So if you want to quarter it up, you can quarter it up. Don't make it the long way. We're not making a slope field with all of these dots either, but
Oh, I got you.
we're not even going to make a slope field with all of these dots. So life is going to be good. So a slope field is made up of a bunch of little tangent lines. So if we were going to make a tangent line, what things do we need? X point and slope, right? So we have a whole grid full of points, and all we have to do is have an equation to get the slope. So we're going to start with an easy one. So don't yell at me. I know that we could separate this and solve it. It's dy over dx. But we're going to just make life a little bit easy for us at first, okay? So that's dy dx equals x.
Okay, so again, dy dx equals x. I know that we could separate this and solve it, okay? We're just going to pretend we couldn't because you don't want to have to learn how to make one of these on something that's ridiculously difficult. Okay, so the idea is you go to each coordinate point. We're not going to go full coordinate point. I think we're just going to go 2 by 2 out around this, okay? Because we don't want to make a ton of them. Okay, so look at this coordinate point. So here's our point. So we need a point and a slope to make a tangent line. What's the coordinate point here? 1, 1. According to this, what's the slope? X. So if this is the point 1, 1, the slope is 1 because that's the X value. Like there's no sneaky business there. And so you get out your ruler and you literally make a line that has a slope of 1. So remember, rise over run. So pick a dot that's 1 away from your 1, right? That gives a slope of 1. So your ruler has a slope of 1, but you're only drawing a teeny tiny little blip on there, right? You're not drawing the full tangent line. You're only drawing it at that coordinate point. Now this is a very easy one because there's a lot of similarities in this one.
Okay, so let's go to the right over here. What's this coordinate point?
2, 1,
2, 1, and so his slope is
2.
2. So remember that you need to go here. I like to just go from here up 2 over 1. There's my next point. There's my next point. There's a slope of 2. And then I draw my little line. It's very easy to make a slope field.
No, I consider this difficult.
Okay.
Dexterity.
Now, the nice thing about me picking this thing is what's true about my slopes in this column here? Why? Yeah, because the x values are all 1 here. So once you know that this is a slope of 1 and you recognize the pattern, frankly, I'm not even getting my ruler out. I'm just going to estimate slope of 1 for those points that we are doing. Thank you, Miles. Okay, same thing here. What's the slope of this whole column is going to have a slope of 2. Bless you. So you're just going to come along here and you're going to be like, okay, slope of 2, just, kind of parallel to this guy. So once you've got 1, the rest of them are parallel.
How do we get an equation from this?
You don't.
So then what is it?
Just, we're focusing on making. We'll talk about solving later. Okay, because it was nice to us, we know all the columns are going to be the same. So what's the slope down the y-axis there? It's the horizontal. Slope is 0, so we got little horizontal lines there. Okay, what's your slope in the next one? -1, right? So, do you guys, are you with me? Are you okay on rise over run? Okay, down 1, like just pick a point. It's got to go through here and then make your ruler go down 1, right 1.
So we're basically just plugging in on the right side since.
Yeah, because that's giving us a formula for the slope. And then on the last column, what is our, slope would be the word I wanted there. -2. Okay.
It looks like we're drafting aerodynamics.
I know it's very fabulous.
I can't look at this paper with all these dots.
I know. Okay. Now, do you have the basic idea? So we're going to do a little bit more complicated one. So dy dx is equal to x plus y. Now, this guy we could have solved. Separate, integrate, solve. We could do that. By the way, well, there's no y on this one. So what's y? So if I separated this, wouldn't it be dy equals x dx?
Yes, and it's just like 1.
Yeah, so it's just 1, right? So what's the integral of dy?
Y
Is y.
plus.
Okay, so this guy we can solve. This guy we cannot. Okay, why is this not separable?
Can't subtract.
It can't subtract because there's that addition in there we cannot subtract. So I want you to use the same group of points here. Don't go beyond 2. You don't have to. It's too time consuming. But same dimensions, -2 to +2 on the x and the y, and see if you can make me that slope field. Now, while you're working that, I will tell you, the AP test likes these kinds of questions. And they don't really give you a ruler, so you either need to eyeball them, and they're pretty lenient as long as it looks like it's about right. They're happy.
Or use your calculator.
It's going to be a non-calculator.
Because most doesn't do this for me.
It would be in the non-calculator section.
I bet use your calculator as a ruler.
Oh, they still won't let
No,
you touch it.
I know.
But you have scrap paper if you are like, hey, I'd like a ruler. You know. Okay, so anyway, those same points there.
Just ask for more scrap paper.
Just ask for another scrap piece of paper. You got all the papers on your desk, right? So just use one of them as a straight edge.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Because that gives you a hint that you need a ruler.
The line.
Hey, everybody stop talking.
No, I know, I can check.
Hey, Joe, you were just talking.
Yeah, but mine was
Okay,
productive.
you are creating. Oh my gosh. You are creating the slope field for me, please.
And only in the -2 area?
Yep.
like, around
Yep.
So,
-2, +2, X and Y.
Ms. Douglas.
What?
Am I understanding it right that like if you pick 1, it's gonna be the 1 in the X plus the 1 in the Y is just gonna be a slope of 2?
Yeah, I get it now.
Yeah, so it's a little, you have to actually do a little math here. It's not like it's hard math. But, so the 0.11, add the X, add the Y, because that's what the formula says, X plus Y. So its slope is 2. So not patterns like the other one.
Oh, shoot, yeah. She said not having the other one while I'm drawing patterns.
What is 2 plus the first?
Do you know how many points they'll have us do this on the?
The only one I remember seeing is 12. And a bunch of them are X and Y axis, so they're pretty, like, pretty easy. Yeah.
Because I couldn't imagine having to make a chart of like 50 of these.
No. It's small numbers.
they're gonna time you.
Yeah, they're gonna time you.
Did they just put stopwatch?
Let me watch how long you're graded absolutely on how long it's gonna take you to make your slope field.
Oh, so this one would then be 0 because it's -1.
There's a little bit of patternage in this. Patternage.
Do we have to go in the negatives here? This is so much work. This is like reminding me of Mr. Comforter.
If you would talk less and work more, it wouldn't be as much work.
But this is.
Be quiet.
Would you make it an extra credit question on the test if we did 50 points?
No. That's just a waste of time.
50 points, you gotta grade all of them, so you gotta take a ruler, make sure you do it.
Just make sure that you went scribble and jump. I just have like a pretty determined.
Oh, it's kind of like a staircase.
This takes me so long.
Isn't that crazy that it's kind of like a staircase?
Yeah.
Do you see that 2 here? Or what thing? Well, like, look where your horizontal lines are in comparison. Like, it goes like. Doop, doop, doop. Oh yeah, doop, doop. So like the slope is like.
So there, like you're looking at, like there's that pattern there, right? There is pattern in this. It's just on the diagonal.
Haven't got there yet, Joe, so
I'm. Interesting.
I still don't know if I'm seeing the staircase, I can't lie, Joe.
Gotta look at this stuff as it's right. You don't see. Oh. I don't see your staircase either. Because you didn't do any of your zeros. You left the whole 0 line.
Are we supposed to be able to read these backwards too? Like be able to look at a graph and determine the equation?
I've definitely seen multiple choice questions where it gives you a slope field and says match it with the differential equation. But there's enough clues in it where you could be like, hey, I'm gonna pick a 0 and see, like I'm gonna pick a point that gives me a 0, and then you can eliminate some of the choices. I'm gonna pick a point that gives me a 1 slope, and I'm gonna eliminate some choices. Or I can be like, ooh, they're always the same in all the y's, so I know that it must not be related to the x or whatever.
Oh, I kind of see it.
So it's gonna be good. Okay, yeah, it's blue. Practice.
Practice makes perfect. This is good.
Hey, Stylos, did you watch the news today in your success class?
It wasn't on.
I don't know, I just was wondering, they always say the lunch, so they know what happened.
I can tell you lunches though, because we always talk about that in my success class. Chicken Alfredo, chicken something, another line, chicken nuggets
Chicken strips?
maybe, chicken strips, if that's a thing, and cheeseburger, Bosco sticks, and Big Daddy's pepperoni and cheese pizza.
It's gotta be the worst
Is
pizza I've ever eaten.
cheeseburger bar today?
I've never had
No.
pizza.
No, just cheeseburger.
Oh, cheeseburger. Oh, and
That's in the very
there's chicken Alfredo.
Chicken Alfredo is scary. I don't like the chicken Alfredo.
Chicken Alfredo is so cheese.
So what?
cheeks.
I've never had good chicken Alfredo, so it's good to me.
Okay, so
Chicken Alfredo is wonderful.
you guys, you can do this. Like, as I'm filling these out, I started going down and I was like, wait a second, look at. I'm like, wait, here's this. I got to this one. I was like, wait a second, there's zeros on the diagonal. The 1s are on a diagonal, the 2s and the 3s and the 4. So when you say, how am I doing it so quickly? It's because I recognize the pattern. So if you recognize the pattern, it does make your life a little bit easier. Okay, I want to do one more and then I want to show you a couple other things before we talk about how do you use this. Okay, so same 2 by 2, negative 2 by 2. Let's go dy dx equals x divided by y. You're gonna get some surprises with this one.
Can we just do like 1 over and 1 over?
No,
Takes me forever.
look for the patterns.
How are you going to do the origin if it's 0 over 0?
That's a good question.
Omit it.
Nope.
Draw an
Make it
infinity
0.
symbol.
Do you leave it blank? Yeah, I do leave it blank because 0 over 0 is indeterminate.
Come on.
But it's not a limit, so no, it's undefined.
So you do
So what kind of slope do you have?
You write undefined with an added
We
O.
do. No,
No slope is when it's 0.
So it's still a vertical slope?
vertical slope.
Oh,
Undefined vertical.
0 on the bottom. 0 on the bottom. Vertical slope.
Oh, so you don't.
So you just don't.
Let me, while you do that, let me Google and see what the Google says.
0, 0.
For 0, yeah, only for 0, 0. For the rest of it.
Yeah, 0, 0 is the only one you can't.
Are you serious right now?
No, I'm not serious.
I heard 1 divided by 1. Silver and copper.
No tick mark. Okay, so that's all right. 0 over, well, I said 17 things. So if you get 0 over 0, that is considered indeterminate and you leave it blank.
What about if you get a number over 1?
What is a number over 0?
Is that still vertical? Is that vertical?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't realize it was x divided by y. I'm such a child.
I'm just gonna start eyeballing it because I never thought of it.
This is nice because it's over. So you really just do 1 over 2.
Mm-hmm.
This is so delightful.
That's vertical. That's vertical.
I think I'm just gonna start guessing.
I'm just gonna start beating you up.
Oh.
Yeah, you heard.
Hey, violence is not okay.
Yeah, you heard.
Yeah.
This is correct.
I accidentally went to 3. Oops. I'm so hungry.
Yeah, it's not that.
When you get so hungry. Yeah, this one looks kind of cool. It looks like all of them look like little angry eyebrows. Like this dude.
Life will ride
Angry eyebrow. Whatever fruit does.
He got a bountiful heart.
Okay. Just look like bullseye target.
That's not bad, change. I like that there's not a lot of fat,
Wow,
Not a lot
look
at
like
all.
Origami.
but I also don't like the way it holds my brain.
It does. It's like,
Pretzel.
I think next week's test should only be this.
Yeah.
Next week's test should just be a blank paper and say, explain to me calculus.
It's just a 2-page essay.
yes, ma'am.
That'd be awful. Explain limits in words using 2 pages.
I think this is so they're like stuff. I still don't know.
I feel like that'd be lovely.
That'd be
Oh,
horrible.
I feel like I know what Garrett's doing after.
That's all cool shit.
What?
After reading this, you're gonna synthesize your notes for dummies. And be like, okay.
Garrett's gonna write next year's calculus.
Give it to Mr. Anderson. You think Mr. Anderson's gonna teach calc in 2 years?
No.
Mr. Hoover can.
Also, no. They'll give it to Brown or Gleason.
That'd be good.
I think Brown would be good.
Okay. So, this is what this slope field looks like. Very different looking than the other ones. So I want to show you one thing because Mason said, why I think Desmos should do this for me. Desmos has a slope field generator. You have to, doesn't help you. You have to actually Google Desmos slope field generator though, because it's not the regular Desmos. It's a program somebody wrote. But you can come in here and change whatever you want. So if I change it to XY, which is what we just did, there's the one we just did. You can click here. It does not really help you with the slope fill, right? You just gives you the picture of it. I don't know what we're gonna do with this guy.
I'm really good at copying down though. So.
I don't know what he is.
How do you change?
It doesn't show the 0 line either for the vertical when. Are they supposed to be vertical lines there?
Google point, you put them over top of which slope you want.
Yeah, I'm trying to move him. Oh, there he goes. Come on.
You just change his X value and the thing over there.
Like there he is, but
You can just take them off of the Google. You can just hit X on them and get rid of them.
so what do? We see. It just is giving you the coordinate point. It doesn't give you anything else.
Well, there's A and B.
Yeah, but that's just giving you the coordinate point.
Yeah, but you can change it to what you want.
Yeah, but listen, it's easier for me to just be like, that is the point 1-1. It doesn't help me with, it does not help with the slope. Anyway, we'll close that because nobody wants to know what that is. So we could do things like this so we can get really crazy with our slope field. Look at that. That is
Plus 4X.
bizarre. If we toss an X in there, that's different. It's kind of fun to play with. I never have.
Cosine in there. So I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all.
Not things you would have to do on the AP test. Okay, so on the AP test is what I want you to know. Usually, on the AP test, they're going to give you one that is actually separable. Because they're going to then have you go through and separate it and integrate it and solve it as well. So let me talk to you about what does this give you. Go back up to the first one that we did. Okay. And if you kind of treat it like an optical illusion, if you look at it, it gives you a general shape of the way that a graph would look. Okay. What shape is it? It's a U-shaped graph, right? Do you see the U-shape in the pattern of the first one? Which should make sense because if we were to have solved this, we started to solve, integral of dy is y. What's the integral of x? Plus c, right? So this is a squared function. So it should be U-shaped.
So that's the only thing it gives us?
So what this does is it lets you create a graph without actually having to solve it. It lets you sketch a graph. Now, I put this in the realm of wishy-washy math, okay? Because this gets a little bit dicey. So I could say to us, hey, let's pick the point 1, 1, 0. We're going to write, and this is what the AP test will say, draw the solution that goes through that point. So the way that you do this is where we get wishy-washy. You start following this until you're like, hey, I believe the overall, this is U-shaped, so this is going to level out. I see that it's symmetric, so it's going to be the same on the other side. But as I'm getting into the next column, what's happening to the line? It's getting steeper, right? So there's going to be steeper. I come over here, it should be about 2 because everybody else is 2. And then to the right, as I move out to the right, it's getting steeper. There's my line. Okay, very inexact. Very much kind of like adult connect the dots, except you're not connecting the dots, right? Like when we went through, I only went through this dot and his symmetric one. I didn't go through any other points. You don't have to go through any other points. Okay, now, life could be easy, life could be difficult. If I said to you, hey, this is the one that should make you happy. If I said, let's draw the solution that goes through the point 1, -2. Perfect, right? What does it look like?
Just like a linear line?
It's a regular old linear line. And you could actually write the equation for that because you know what the equation is. I'm not going to ask you to. So even though this is not separable, we still could get the equation that goes through that coordinate point. Okay, now let's do the same graph. We're going to do this some more. So if you're like, hang on, yeah, we're going to have some practice. Let's do it through this point now. That's the point 0, 1. Okay, so I want you to listen to me talk through this because it's weird. So I start here with the slope of 1, but as I'm moving to the right, it gets steeper pretty darn quick. So I'm thinking that we're looking at something like that. Exponential-ish. I'm not saying that the whole graph is exponential. Okay. As we come to the left, what's happening around this diagonal? It's horizontal. So I better be like horizontal here. And then what happens as I move further left? Yeah, and it's steeper. I'm thinking along that asymptote, right? Like it's asymptotic. That's what you call it when it's an adjective. It's just going to run along here. Probably it should be even closer to that, but that's what.
I get it. I'm sorry, are you connecting it to the horizontal line?
Okay, so this is horizontal, right? Right here. So as I look at, these are all my zeros, right? And the steps. So as I come to the area of the staircase that would be there, I got to be horizontal because that's horizontal. And then as I continue out beyond this, I'm running into this line here.
Okay, so that's the, okay, so you only go over one horizontal line, that's why it's only horizontal.
Yes,
Gotcha.
because that's just in the area of that staircase kind of deal.
So if you hit an asymptote line thingy, then you're gonna end up sticking to it because like it's just pointing you in the same
Correct. Now, here's the deal. If you This is really important. I don't know where you want to put it, whether you put it on your notes, you're going to put it on this paper, because I'm sure you're going to keep it. You cannot cross a vertical slope. It's going to be so tempting. You're going to want to. I still forget it, and I'm like, ugh. And then I'm like, oh crap, it was vertical. You should stop. You cannot cross a vertical slope. So when you get to one, you stop there and put an open circle. Okay, and that should make a little bit of logical sense because the slope is undefined. It's vertical, so there's something going on. You can't draw the slope of something that's undefined. So if we were going to do this guy, which I don't really want to do very much of, let's go through this point right here. This is the point 2, 1. Okay, so at the point 2, 1, this is dumping me. If I go down, because that's pointing down, then I'm going to dump into the axis pretty fast. And it's a vertical line there. So I stop, and then I just have to extend them out the other way. So I'm thinking it's going to look like this. That's it. Okay, cannot cross a vertical line. Entirely different if I were to pick this point. What?
Can you stop at the open circle, but then would you continue it underneath the graph?
No.
No.
No, you literally stop.
Okay.
And you don't continue.
So if it was asking for the negative one and a positive one, then you'd have 2 open circles there?
Yep. Okay, so let's do this guy right here. So this guy, as I go to the left, what is he running into? Running into the axis, which is what? Yeah, horizontal. So he should be leveling out. And then if you look at this looks symmetric to me, right? This was a positive 1/2, this is a negative 1/2. So he's probably going to go through this point too. So you're looking at patterns and then drawing. This is something called a hyperbola that we didn't get to last year. Okay. Watch what happens. This is like, you'll enjoy this. Let me go back to my, what if we did negative x over y?
Whoa.
What is it?
Circular.
It's a circle, right? And so you can see it. Sometimes you're like, it's a circle. And just make sure though, that if you did this, you would be stopping at the axis. So you would only be drawing the semicircle, either on the top or on the bottom, because they're not going to, because this won't. So it's not going to draw those, but you got to go, vertical. Yes. The only time you don't do it is if it's 0 over 0.
We just wrote.
Okay? Now, don't put your stuff away because I want you to take a look at this. Other paper. Sorry, got to get them out. Okay, let's start with this guy with the bigger dots here, the bigger graph. Middle. There you go. You should be able to kind of step back and eyeball that like from a distance and be like, oh, I see the overall shape. This guy. Middle on the left.
This is going to be our homework, isn't it?
No, not today. Tomorrow. Middle on the left. What shape is that, or what kind of graph is that?
Really? It's like sine or no tangent.
Odd exponent.
It's an odd exponent graph, right? Okay, so what I want you to do is sketch me the graph that goes through this point. I'm just going to put a little purple on it because I think it's -1 and positive 1 and negative 0.5. Positive 1, negative 0.5. Okay, make sure that's done for tomorrow, just that one. And once you're done, go ahead and pack your stuff up, or you can pack your stuff up.